Hello and welcome back to the France 24 newsroom. It's time now for a look at all today's newspapers around the world with our press reviewer, Nicholas Rushworth. Hello, Nicholas.
Morning, Lorna.
Right, so we're going to start off with that ban on short selling that's taken place in 4 EU countries. And it comes, of course, against a background of global markets fluctuating wildly over the last few days. So what have the papers been making of that?
Well, we're covering the short-selling ban in 4 countries more globally in the press this morning. The rollercoaster ride is getting massive coverage. I spotted this first off in the USA Today international version, and it's a fairly forlorn cartoon of you and me sitting in front of the telly watching it all. And an American couple look down at their daughter who's popping pennies into a piggy bank and saying, well, she's doing better than my 401k, which is their retirement savings account. More grimly, I saw another cartoon in the Dar al-Hayat, which is the pan-Arab daily based in London. And there, as you can see, it shows a famine victim eating the ink of that graph, the graph showing plummeting indices in the world markets. Pretty horrible stuff. Yeah. The International Herald Tribune is looking at the global situation financially with an editorial summoning the will for economic growth. Now, it says that the focus in the United States and the European Union at the moment is all about cutting budgets, reeling in those deficits, and that, it argues, is misguided and could lead to another recession. Of course, the big fear, the word is on everyone's lips, is double-dip recession at the moment. Now, the editorial points out that developing countries are forecast to grow by 6.5%, and those countries account for half of the world economy. But its conclusion is that in the current climate, those countries too are susceptible to financial turbulence. And so it's up for the European Union and the United States to fix the situation. They have the burden of spurring growth. Right.
Well, the Eurozone was predicting 2% growth before this financial crisis spread to Italy, one of the countries that's been perhaps most in the news this week. Pressure now very much on the Italians. What are their press making of it all?
The Corriere della Sera is reporting that Berlusconi's coalition partner, the maverick politician of the leader of the Northern League, Umberto Bossi, is, along with others, demanding to see a letter from the European Central Bank, which makes further austerity in Italy a condition for propping up their economy. Now, Bossi is saying the letter was possibly written in Rome, not in Brussels, by Mario Draghi, who is to replace Jean-Claude Trichet as the head of the ECB. All, of course, part of internal domestic politics in Italy. The Guardian, too, is reporting on that. Bossi's comments and the headline there, ECB accused of trying to throw out the Italian government. The Guardian pointing out that Mario Draghi is touted as a possible leader to stand into the fray if the Berlusconi government falls.
All right, well, let's stay with the UK papers there. The Guardian, of course, one of them. Are the riots in London and other cities, are they still dominating the press there?
There's page after page of it. It just goes on forever, reams of the stuff. The photo that stood out for me was one which showed the paparazzi tracking down the looters and the rioters. You can see there the prison van, and that is outside Westminster Magistrates Court. The Sun and lots of other papers are leading on this story. Chelsea Ives, Olympics girl is London riot job. Now she's 18 and an athlete promoting the sport in the run-up to the Olympics. And her mum saw her throw bricks at a police car on the telly and shopped her to the police. And she was one of the people in the Westminster Magistrates Court in the last few hours. And mum saying, it's unbelievable, but I do love her, and look at what she's done. These riots have cost people their jobs and even their lives.
OK, well, thank you very much indeed, Nicholas. No doubt we will see more coverage of those riots, more perhaps hand-wringing about what caused them in the days and weeks to come. Thanks very much indeed for that look at all today's top newspaper stories. And that's just about it from us for now. Thanks for watching, and do stay tuned to France 24.